Lamley YouTube channel. Let's get a Cadillac in here. We got a Cadillac feature. Let's get a Cadillac going. Do some adjusting here, get everything centered. I'm excited to do this showcase. So excited, in fact, that I actually forgot about it. I've got other Matchbox that I've got a preview. I think I mentioned it last night that I'm going to get to, but I kind of think it might be worthy of an outdoor, or not unboxing because I don't have the case, but an outdoor showcase if I can do it. The weather may not permit it. If I can't do it, I won't. But so I might wait on that. But I wanted to get to this Matchbox Cadillac showcase, which is just the coolest. I'll kind of talk about my history of Cadillac as we move forward. Let's see, get this in focus. Used to not like them. Now I like them. They don't seem as relevant right now currently as maybe they have been in the past, but nonetheless, I'm really kind of excited about this new Matchbox Walmart Cadillac set. From what I understand, it should be in stores for the most part. I know it's been found, and so some of you might say, yeah, I've been seeing the Cadillac set, but I haven't seen it at all where I am, and I haven't heard of a lot of people finding it. So I'm assuming over the coming weeks and months, we'll see it roll out to Walmarts here in the United States, maybe other markets elsewhere. But it is a very, very cool set focused on classic and old, and it has one fully new model, one kind of modified new model. Matchbox sent this to me, and this case, and I want to get to it. So this is kind of a partial unboxing and a partial showcase. So let's get this out of here so we can walk through these. Whoop. And you can also see in the background, if I don't knock it over and watch, it's going to go down. I have some of my favorite Matchbox Cadillacs, so I'll show some of those off too. That's why I decided I want to go live. So we're going to start right here. Some of these are repeat decos. I'm going to go ahead and, well, we'll just let that one go. Repeat decos, others are not. You can see the Cadillac, the art here is very cool. It has the logo here. I'm trying to get it in the shot. Obviously the model. There are the cars right there. This is, if I show you the numbers right there on the top, it's 1 of 12. So this is the first 6. So there will be 6 more models coming a little bit later this year. So this is obviously the Cadillac Escalade. If you want to see, I think there's been 2 releases of the Escalade. One we've already seen in this color, this kind of charcoal gray. This was the first release of the Cadillac, maybe about 2 years ago, and then we saw it, which I think this is the best version by far, is this white, kind of pearl white version in a recent 5-pack. I can't remember what the 5-pack is called. So we've had that one. While that one is going, I'll open this one up because I think they are exactly the same. And some people don't like that. I understand why. If you're a loose collector like me, you don't really need it because you already have it. But there might be others who will say, no, it's good to have. It's good to have. And I'm going to see if there's anything different between the two. It looks like one is a slightly darker shade. That's nothing that I get too crazy about. Wheels appear to be the same. Windows. The tint seems to be very similar. Grille is chrome, which I think is a part of the base. Well, maybe not. So the grille is, who knows where that grille came from? Maybe they had to add an extra piece for that, but it has the interior and everything else. So I don't even remember now which one is which. The rear is very the same, so I'd have to, which is LN. So this is the first one. I'll put that over here. I guess I can add this one when I put it over here. So we have 2 of the Cadillac Escalades. I'll leave that in there. I'm going to save that one. I'm going to save that one. We're going to move over here. In fact, let's do this. Let's just get these out. There's two of these, and then 1 each, because I want to get this box out of the way of these 2, and we'll get to all of those. So let's move this out of the way. By the way, if you want to see if this is coming, I'll show this to you right now. There is the barcode if you're looking for this set. All right, so let's walk through these. I already did the Escalade. Let's go to a classic Cadillac now. This is the 1963 Cadillac Ambulance. And I don't know if we've seen it. Now, I don't have a ton of the ambulances. I've only collected a couple of them. I'll show you the two that I have. One is from the Lesney set. So this one actually has, it's a rare, it has a metal base. They did that for Lesney. And this one is actually, if I really wanted to show the proper history of this particular casting, we'd actually start with the hearse. And this one's got an interesting history because, so I can take this ambulance away and we can start with the actual first edition of the hearse. This was back in 2006. Felix Holst, who eventually became the VP of wheels for Hot Wheels and Matchbox, owned a hearse himself, and they did a replica of it in this black, I mean, just fantastic kind of slammed classic 63 hearse. And it was very popular. Matchbox collectors at the time were so excited about it. You could never find it on the pegs. It was almost like a treasure hunt in and of itself. Incredibly hard to find. And just because it was such a unique piece. So they did that one in black. I don't know if there's going to be a hearse in the second set. I'd have to think. Then they recolored it, I think, the next year in this pearl white. You can see the trim there. By the way, if you open this up, there is a casket in the back with a hand pushing the roof of the casket aside to get out, which is really creepy. There's no way I could show it to you in there. I don't know, maybe it's the lighting, but there is a hand in there. You'd have to look it up, and you can see someone. I'm sure there's pictures online of this hearse taken apart of the vampire or something coming out of the coffin in the back of the hearse. So then it was recolored in white. Then there was a super fast version with the classic Matchbox wheels. Then there was a rare variation with the tri-spoke wheels. This one went with the two-tone, the gray and the matte black. You can see how cool that one is. This is going back to when I first started collecting, and I mean, this was such a cool. Finding the hearse was just was a treat because it was so hard to find. You can see even the back one. It has, what does it say here? Something hearse, restless hearse, I think, something like that. Then recolored in gray, and if you look real closely, you can actually see that there is some trim on that, but gray with the red interior. And then they did a special Lesney edition with the metal base on this one as well. And this one is just absolutely beautiful. Pearly Gates hearse company. But the interesting story about this is they released these hearses and they got in trouble. There were several countries that did not want this, just for what it represented, death and so on and so forth, want it as a toy. And so Matchbox had to essentially discontinue it. And I think the tooling is still out there. I think we've seen it since maybe a little bit later, but this was back in like 2007, 2008. And they couldn't do the hearse anymore, so they modified it. They lifted it, added a bunch of pieces, and turned it into an ambulance. I still miss the hearse. I would love to see more versions of it. And I think we did see one released recently, but I just have those kind of classics. So it turned into the ambulance. I have this Lesney edition version of the ambulance, and then I have this special charity version for the Everett Marshall Charities, which I think I've talked about these before. Where do I have those? My Everett Marshall models. Matchbox releases 1 to 2 every year. Where are they? I thought I had them out. Oh, here they are. Just as a reference, we're live. We can do this. This is this year's. There were 2 colors of the Everett Marshall charity models. They're always emergency themed. So this was the Dodge Coronet Fire Chiefs. They did one in pink and the other in red. I showcased those on my Reels, Instagram Reels a while ago, but I can show those in photographs. So those are charity models. They're still available. If you look them up on eBay, Everett Marshall, or just look up this Dodge Coronet, they're $50 each and they all go to charity, so it's totally worth it. You can see right there. So if you want them, they're, can we zoom in a little? You want me to zoom in? I can do that. How's that? Is that better? Just want to make sure that they're in focus. Anyway, so that's a long history. Now let's show the, with a couple of deviations. So let's show the current ambulance now, right here. There's the art, if you want to see it. So this ambulance has gone through a few iterations itself. It's been modified for basic, but this obviously has the chrome, which is nice. Here, let me move this back just a little bit. Red, it has the chrome, it has this Matchbox Fire Department, but they had to modify it. It had too much metal in it, so now you can see it actually has, I guess you could call it a sunroof, but it has, you can see into the top and through the top, and you can see all of the paramedic equipment down in the back. So Yana Navarro is liking these. Yeah, this ambulance is pretty classic, right? It's pretty cool. I like it. It's clean. I might add it to the collection. I'll put it over there. All right. So let's go to current Cadillacs again. Now this one appears to be a repeat as well. This is the Cadillac CTS Coupe. I dig this car. Always have dug this car. You can see the art here. I've always thought this was a cool looking car. So they did the CTS, and then they created a wagon, which Matchbox did the wagon, and that might show up in the second 6. Really dig the wagon. I'll showcase that later. And then they did the coupe. I've got them up here. You can't see them. They're up here, but I'll walk through them. So while we're getting ready for the coupe, let me show you. This one is the first version. Look familiar? I can already tell that the one difference, and we'll compare them, looks like the colors are actually this seems to be a totally different version. So we'll compare them when we get there. But this is the first version in silver. I'll put this down here. I dig the shape of this car. Always have. Still looks kind of ahead of its time. I just think it's a really cool looking car. Lunarzik. We already had these. I know. Like you guys always. Everyone tells me we already have. I'm not. I love when I preview something. I love to preview it. But if I'm just showcasing it, I hope you guys have them. And Modelmatic is great. They're a partner of mine. This is my favorite version. This is from a 10-pack. Hard to find now. In black. They did the taillights properly too. You can see they go from the back all the way up the roof. And I think they've done a second black version that doesn't have that, which is a bummer. This one is one of my favorite Matchbox cars. Stealth license plate. Pretty cool looking with the gold rims too. The black with the gold I think is awesome. Butahan Gunnar, I hope I said that right. It says black with the bronze wheels always winner. I completely agree. Richard, back when 10-packs were a thing. Yeah, Richard, you probably remember this came out of a all-exclusive 10-pack, meaning every model was an exclusive. You could only, if you're going to get that model, you had to get the 10-pack, and every model in it was an exclusive. How cool is that? Okay, let's move that over. Then we didn't see it for a while. Then we saw this version in red. This one has a rare version. It has a rare variation with a chrome interior. No one knows how it happened. But I think I've got one somewhere, but I don't have it here. So we had this version with this red, and then we've had 2 other versions, including the 10-pack last year. So we had a blue in the basic range. See, it started losing its tail lights here too, the top tail lights, which is a bummer, but it still looks good from the side and the front. So we had this kind of, I don't know, metallic blue looking version, which is very nice. And then just last year, which I just dig this one in white. Would have loved darker rims on it, but really like that we saw it in white here as a 10-pack or a 9-pack exclusive, right? So we have a silver one. We'll compare the two. Let's open this one up. It does look like it's might have been loosely based on the first version, but it seems to be more metal flake than the first, I think. So let's put this one down, have a look at it. Like, I don't think I'll add this one to the collection because it's essentially the same as the first version, but this one I will because it is different. Look, it has black interior, which the other one does too, but if I put these side by side, first off the tail lights, and yeah, look, this one says Cadillac on the back license. This one has some sort of coded license. And if you look at the colors, they're almost completely different. First version and the Cadillac version. These are completely different models from what I can tell. Juan likes the old Cadillacs from M2. Yeah, M2 nails those old Cadillacs. They're pretty sweet. I'm going to lower my camera just a tad. So this is more centered. There we go. Pretty cool, right? I don't know how much excitement there is for the CTS coupe, but I think it's very cool that they did this. So I'm going to add that one. That one definitely gets added to the collection. All right. Another classic. This is another Cadillac that I adore. This 1969 Cadillac Sedan Deville, released in 2000. I'm going to say 8 is when this one was first released. There's the artwork. It looks very cool. Now, I think this one is supposed to be, well, I have all the versions of it. Do you guys want me to walk through? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to walk through all the versions. There's several versions of the Sedan Deville before we open this one. If you guys want to see me, DC322 says Land Yacht. Like the model, don't like the wheel, says Brian. Maybe they're not totally the perfect wheels. They'd probably be more of these hubcap style, right? Getting some thumbs up. You guys want to see them? All right, I'll walk you through them. This casting's fantastic. All right, but it did start. When this casting started, they had not tooled up those kind of, what would you call them, dog dish hubcap style wheels. They didn't have them yet, so they had to go with the closest thing, and they went with this tri-spoke wheel. And this is the very first release of the Cadillac. So it was released, I think it was 2008. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it shows 2007 here, which means it's most likely a 2008 release. So this was the first version in that kind of bronze color, recolored that year in red with a white interior. And then I'm just looking here. I'm looking at your comments here, see if there's anything. Nitrous likes the gold. Something is annoying, but I don't know what. Richard's going to Walmart first thing in the morning to try and find these. All right. Did this come in a convertible? No. So it was red. Then there was a third version in 2008, the recolor in red, and then it was also part of the all-exclusive 10-pack, all first edition. So it was all models released that year. So this one is very hard to find. This blue version, black interior. Just has that great land yacht look. It probably could have been a little bigger, had a little bit of a longer rear, but I think based on the proportions that they had to use. This was most likely designed by Ryu Asada, who now designs at Hot Wheels. So, isn't that rad? I mean, and now it gets even better. So those were the first three versions. The wheels, fine. They're fine, but they could get better, right? And they have. So I'm going to show you the gathering models. Check this out. Now every time I pull this out, I got to look and see what the condition is, because these are the models from the years that there were some issues with the paint, and there has been, some people have had some issues, but check this out. So this one is in a rose color, two-tone with the white roof. This is probably still one of my favorite. There's two that we'll get to that are similar. And you can see right here, I'll show it up close. Matchbox 06 MCCH. Gathering of Friends. This was 2008, it looks like. The 6th convention, only the 6th, and this was an exclusive that year. I was at that one. Ronald looks gangster. It does. Love this arrow with no B pillar. Sort of looks like an upgraded version. Yeah, this one is very premium, and it has obviously the disc wheels, which look really good here. They did that one. There's only 125 of those made. There's only 75 made of this one. Now this one, if you look close, see those bubbles? That's where they've had some issues with the paint. And mine are in still fairly good shape, I think partly because I live in such a dry climate in Utah. But there may be a day where this kind of runs its course. And that's one thing that as a collector, you just have to deal with. But so far, this one has held pretty true. I've seen others that they're in bad shape. Diecast Deuce is still nice. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. And the bubbles really don't, like right now they don't bother me. Maybe one day again though, it is what it is. If it bubbles up and falls apart, that's life, right? We'll just watch it happen. So Richard didn't even notice the bubbles at first. Yeah, I've noticed it over time. They've started to form, but very slow. I mean, this model is 13 years old, right? To survive this long, maybe this is it. It's pretty good. There's others that have been really, like I think David Tilley showed a VW bus that he has that like the paint's literally flaking off. Okay, later versions, they went back to these tri-spoke wheels. So this green version, it's a little boring. It still is great casting, but now we get into an exciting run. Watch this. Watch this. Super fast. This one might be my favorite. Pearl white with the two-tone red interior and black roof. With the white wall tires, hubcaps, everything is right with this one. Can you just imagine just sitting in this car? Now this is how you drive it. I'm behind you, so I can't really show you, but here's my hand. It's on the steering wheel, right? Where's my other hand? Where is it? It's on the headrest of the passenger seat, right? Hand here, other hand on the headrest, and I'm turning the wheel. I can't do it because I'm too close up, but I'm just turning that wheel. I've got to turn it like 64 times just to turn the corner, right? But my hand is not leaving the headrest on the passenger seat. It ain't leaving. Okay, I've turned the corner. Now I got to return the wheel back. And I'm feeling good. Oh, speed bump, so I'm going to hit it real slow. But man, we're moving. I got to show my hand. We're moving when we hit that speed bump, right? That's what this car is all about, right? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. You guys can see, if you guys can see, picture yourself driving a car like that, right? You know that hand's got to be on the headrest. That's where it's got to be. This is Lesney. This one has a metal base. Another really cool one. Black interior, black roof, that cream color. It's great color on this one. Eddie loves the recreation. Yeah, isn't this rad? I hope you guys are feeling it now. I hope you're imagining yourself driving that car. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. Now you want these cars, right? You're going to go to eBay and you're going to be like, I got to find the Sedan Deville. I got to find this Matchbox Sedan Deville. And now it's going to have a companion piece. We'll get to that in just a second. So I love that Lesney version. Now I'm just going to sit here for the next hour just talking about how rad these are. See why it's fun to collect? See, it's fun to collect Matchbox like this color too. What would you call this color? So this is back to the basics, $1 version, white interior. Looking good. Diecast, dude, it's an okay casting. Yeah, it might be an okay casting, but I'm feeling it, man. You got to be feeling it. Pretty sweet car. I like that color. Now look, they went full Aretha Franklin. I won't sing it because will they dock me? They won't let me monetize the video, but Aretha Franklin, a pink Cadillac, going riding on the freeway in her Highway of Love in her pink Cadillac, something like that. Freeway of Love in her pink Cadillac. Brad wants me to say hi to his son Logan. Logan, I hope you're feeling that Cadillac. I hope you're saying I'm going to get older and I'm going to hand on the headrest, hand on the wheel, turning it. Love the pink. So this was a 5-pack exclusive. Then we went back to kind of this maroon red version, black interior. I can't even tell you what year this is. It was probably like 2012, 2013, maybe 2011. I don't remember. The red version. Jan says color in Colombia is Palo de Rosa. Hope I said that right. Sounds like a good color, man. All right, this is 60th anniversary. There's Edith barking. 60th anniversary version. It was an exclusive in a 9-pack. So they did these kind of deliberately kind of plain. So there's no side trim here, just the 60th logo. Wide interior. And I don't see no taillights. They kind of did it this way as kind of a, I don't know, special version. Then they did this kind of weird version. I don't necessarily like it, but it is unique. With the black lower half, the two-tone with the green and the black lower half. Sergeant Hydro says the back seat was like sitting on a sofa in a big boat. You better believe it was. I had a friend who had one of these. His dad had one when I was a little kid. And I remember his dad, fairly large guy, and I remember he'd roll up pick us up, take us wherever we're going. I'd sit in the back of that car. It was a two-door. This one's a four-door. It was a two-door, so you had to like swing those massive doors open and move the seat up, and then I'd get in the back. But I had plenty of room. Plenty of room. Anyway, so this green one's kind of funny. And back then, this was a best of, I think, right? So this one actually has two-tone reel riders, or two-piece reel rider tires on it with the blue. Okay, I've walked through all of them. I hope with the descriptions, like this is why we're live, right? 10 minutes of talking about how cool it is to drive in a big land yacht Cadillac. Makes you want to go for those Auto World Cadillacs too. They've been really rolling with the big land yachts too. But digging that one. So let's look at this one. So I was wondering if this one was similar to this one. This it's the same color, but obviously very different. Wheels are different, and it's not the two-tone chrome plastic as opposed to the metal base. So let's open this one up. So this one, like the coupe, is very much its own version, which is nice. So this one, I'm very excited to add another Cadillac to the collection. Even has a different color interior, so you can see the color is very similar, but very different. Obviously, when they can go a little more premium and add that two-tone, as a couple of you are commenting, it just really makes the car, doesn't it? So, all right. So we've talked a lot land yacht. We'll get to that. We'll play the land yacht theme in a little bit more coming up. I can already put this one. You can already see. You can't see it. Well, no, you can right there. Put that one right in its slot. So let's go with the two that are somewhat modified. So our new casting and a new modified version. This is the 1941 Cadillac Series 62 convertible coupe. This one's designed by Abe Lugo. So I think it was released last year or 2 years ago. This is the first version. Can you see the difference already? Deco's the same, color is different, but if you look closely, you'll see what the difference is. So Abe had fun with this one, and he tooled up a different top. Oh, I should show you the art, and then we'll open this one up. So as far as I know, the green one is the only release so far, but check this out. Love this black one. This one's actually, Abe Lugo owns this car. This is the color I think he has it in. So now we have a roof. Now, they had to do it kind of clear because they had to make it part of the window, but in order to do it, I thought it was kind of a clever way to do this. So it makes it look kind of like a vinyl roof, right? It is a little see-through, and if somebody has an issue with that, I don't know. I don't think I think it's kind of cool. And I think having the two differences here, I'll put these two together. One with the closed roof, one with the open roof, I think is just cool. Jason, I just bought 3 on eBay. What'd you buy, Jason? You talking about the Sedan Deville? So this Series 62 is cool. Like beautiful lines. I like having the vinyl roof on this one. It's a really cool. I love that they did this. Now, I don't know if they did. Hold on. The art suggests that this will all have the closed roof. I don't think they're going to do one. I was wondering if they were going to do one like where you could find one with the closed roof and one with the open roof. Although the art on the car is open. Who knows? I guess if any of you have seen it, maybe that's something to look for. I don't know. I would assume no. I'd assume that all of them have this closed roof, but sometimes they'll monitor. I've ridden a Cadillac hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Does Abe Lugo design all the models? I don't know if he designs all of them, but he designs a whole lot of them. Dude works hard. All right, so green one, let's put you there. Black one, we'll let you roll for a second. Looking good. All right, let's look at the new tool. Land yacht alert. We're doing it again. This is the 1975 Cadillac Eldorado convertible. You had asked about the Sedan Deville. Getting the convertible. How about the Eldorado? This is a proper convertible. 2-door convertible. There's your art. It's tremendous. I'm back. Oh, man. See, look, I was just picking up again. I'm starting imagining the car. Now it's the top's off. Oh, no. Here I go, guys. Here I go. I'm feeling it again. Let's open this thing up. Let's open it up. Now I'm hoping they're going to do a second version of this in the Cadillac series because this is fantastic. It's a little bit of a smaller casting, but it does start chrome. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. You put it next. I'm trying to see. Let's see how it compares. Which one should we use? We'll just pull out. How about the pink? So the pink's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit wider. So when you put them together, it's not going to totally work. This one has the smaller wheels on it as well, so it makes it look a little bit smaller. But just on its own, this thing is cool. And you know what? Because they made it a little narrow, and I'll give them this, by going a little bit more narrow on this, they can make it look longer. So when you're looking at this one by itself, it looks actually bigger. You guys know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all your comments here. Vet Dude says it looks a little too small. I think comparatively it does, but do you guys notice? You see what I'm saying though? But it looks longer because it's more narrow. They have to work within. What's longer, the trunk or the hood? Well, the hood is definitely longer, I think. They have to work within the proportions of what fits in a blister. You know, how they can present. And they might be able to go a little bit bigger on this, but then it also comes down to the smallest fractions of cents. And to keep these in the $1 range, obviously these are slightly more expensive, the Cadillac series, I think, because that's why they can do the VUM and everything. Matchbox has to run on a different budget than Hot Wheels. They just don't have what Hot Wheels has when it comes to budget. So within what they can and can't do, I think this is really well done. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for that. You guys are all quoting stuff. Rob likes it. Rob's been a collector of Matchbox much longer than me. Guy I see at the gathering, so he's probably saying, "Yeah, I got all this stuff, John. Got all of it." All you guys are reminiscing on Cadillacs. We've got this going, right? This is awesome. Feeling it. A little bit of Cadillac love. That's it. We've walked through a lot of them. There's still, I mean, we'll see what the second half is for. I don't know if there'll be the hearse. I don't know if we'll see the CTS wagon, which I really like that casting. You know, they might return with some other stuff, but it's a really cool set. So here's what we've got. I think we're doing pretty good, right? I think this is a really good start, and I think that that Eldorado convertible really wins it for me. Okay, guys, we've gone over 30 minutes. That's what happens to the live feed. They go long. I'm looking at some of your comments. Rob likes it. They're on sale 94 cents. Cadillac. Oh, the Cadillac One is in mix too. Good call, Alexander. Yeah, the Cadillac One is the presidential limo. It might be, but they really can't. They've done a white one and a black one. They really can't do much more than that, right? So give me a thumbs up if you guys like this set. If you don't, you can give me a thumbs down. But I'm really digging it. I think all of these will be added to my collection. Every single one of them, except this one is just a replica of or just a duplicate of the first one. So that's the only one that maybe I'll rethink. But everything else is going in the collection. Let's see. Does David Tilley do videos? No, he doesn't. But maybe I'll get him on a video when I see him again, which will hopefully be soon. All right, guys. I think we've best Cadillacs at Ares, hearse. Thumbs up. Lots of good little comments here. Well, guys, this was fun. Fun to just feel that Cadillac. Now I got to go find one to drive, and I think there is someone in my neighborhood who has one. I might have to go steal it, but maybe after we're totally in the clear for COVID, unless it's a convertible. We'll mask up and just drive in the snow, right? Why not? All right, guys, this one was really, really fun. I had a blast showcasing this one. We'll wait for Series 2. More to come. Thanks, everybody. Bye.